झाला. Hi, I am Dr. Manish Kadave and I am going to teach you letting go mechanism which will clear your main problem, how to let go of emotions. And you can let go of any emotion anytime, any place, as often you can, and you are free. Okay, so let's begin. So letting go mechanism, and I will tell you the three basic formulas people use to run from their emotions. Okay, the first one is suppression and repression. Now, why do we suppress and repress emotions? We suppress by conscious choice and we repress by unconsciously. Now, how does this happen? Conscious repression happens by choice, and repression happens by unconscious, and suppression happens by conscious. But the mechanism of this is developed in our early childhood based upon social conditioning. What we have observed in parents, we absorbed everything from our parents. We absorbed everything from our relatives. We absorbed everything from our friends. And by the factors like environment and all, we got into a social belief system about life. So, according to the conditioning, social conditioning you have, you will suppress and repress accordingly. If you have an angry thought, if in your social conditioning you saw your parents fighting, what you will do in your adolescent or teen years? You will express out the anger, because the social conditioning in your childhood, you absorbed everything and you thought like expressing anger is the good way. And if in your social conditioning you saw your parents, you don't see your parents fighting or anything, and in your adolescent, what you'll do when you have an angry thought, you will not deal with it because you don't know how to deal, you've not learned it. So suppression and repression are due to social conditioning, what we have been fed in our subconscious mind by our parents, relatives. We act like that. So this is the first method to run from our emotions. Now we'll go on to second. Now second is expression. Now people think, and in the Western psychology, it has been said that expressing out emotions is the way to deal with the emotions. But when we express anger on someone, the another get hurt. Another person has to suppress and repress the anger. Now you have expressed it, now he has to suppress and repress. But in expression, when you express anger, what you do? You reinforce the pattern which develops into a personality. Now everybody thinks you are an angry person because you are constantly expressing your anger into everyone. And now this becomes a pattern in your subconscious mind. So this is the expression. You are hurting everyone, and the emotional charge, also the feeling, the emotion The anger emotion you're reinforcing in your mind by expressing. When you express, you say to yourself also, and you hurt the other person is the another thing. You are reinforcing the pattern of anger in you. So this is the expression. And now we will move on to third. Now third is escapism. When people don't want to face a feeling or emotion, they escape through drugs, alcohol, social media, chatting, texting, etc. When a feeling comes up and they don't want to face it because they don't know how to deal with it, they go and indulge in the activities. They escape through drugs, alcohol, social media, chatting, texting, calling, gaming. So this is the third method people opt for. So in all the three methods, you are not dealing with the emotion. You are running away. So now we will dive into the process of letting go. Okay? Now letting go mechanism. Whenever a feeling arises, first step, aware of feeling. Okay, anger is arising, metacognition. You observe, you don't indulge. You get first step is self-awareness. In everything, you should be self-aware. So the Greeks told, know thyself, know yourself. So as the feeling comes, first step is being aware. Second, let it come up and stay. Welcome the feeling. Let the feeling come up. Okay, anger. Okay, I'm feeling. There are sensations in my body. Observe. Let it come up. Let it stay. Third is run its course. Let the feeling run its course. Anger is there. I observe. Okay, anger is there. First step, aware. I have to sit with the feeling. Okay, I can feel the anger in my body. I can feel the sensations. Okay, now I'm letting the energy vent out. Like I'm not venting out on some other person. Let the energy diffuse. The energy is going beyond that emotion. So third is run its course. Now, what are the crucial points? What are the crucial points? First, don't modify. Don't resist. Fear, condemn, vent, moralize. A feeling is there. Don't modify the feeling. Like, oh, this feeling should not be there. Oh, this feeling should be there. No. The feeling is there. Sit with it. Don't try to modify the feeling in any way. Don't resist. Because what you resist persist. So what is the first step? Don't modify. Second, don't resist. Third, don't fear. Fourth is don't condemn the feeling like it is bad, it is like this, it is sinful. No, don't condemn. Don't vent out on anyone. Morality, good, bad, sin, virtue. No, a feeling is raw feeling. Sit with the feeling, and these are the steps you have to follow to face the feeling directly. Now we will go to the steps as how this occurs step by step. This is the secret sauce. Now we will go to the steps. Okay. First step, train of thoughts about event. First is identification of event. Okay, this is the event, these are the thoughts. First step, right. Second, check the feeling underneath thoughts. Ignore the thoughts. Thoughts are there. Okay, this is a train of thought. For example, I have to give a presentation in 7 days. The thoughts will be there. Thoughts will be there like, oh, will be my boss satisfied with this presentation? Oh, I am not prepared well. Oh, how can I give this? I am not that confident. Oh, but if he didn't like, I won't get promotion. These are the thoughts. Now, can you tell what is the below emotion behind it? Fear. So fear, a single emotion is running his train of thoughts. So what we have to do? Second is, you lock on to the feeling. What you have to get? The energy, or to release the energy. You lock on to the fear. You identify the emotion, fear, in your mind. Third, sit with the feeling. Sit with the feeling, and I have told you previously, don't modify the feeling. Don't resist. Don't condemn. Don't moralize. And fourth is, you will let go of the feeling. Now, why you have a feeling? When there is a feeling, first step is fear and guilt. Get rid of fear and guilt of having the feeling first. There is anger. Get rid of fear. Oh, I shouldn't have this angry thought. Oh, I should have this guilt. I'm very guilty of having this emotion. First, let go of fear and guilt of having the emotion itself. Then enter the emotion and let go. Now, this is the mechanism of letting go. And what, don't try to resist anything, because what you resist persist. Okay, now I'll give you a last example of you. I think you had a question like, if anybody is acting out, venting out anger on us, why they are doing that? I'll give you the reason. Okay, now we'll go into the example part.
Like sometimes people don't want to get angry.
Yes.
But they also don't know why they are getting angry, and then
yes,
later they feel guilt when
yes,
they speak out something hurtful words to others.
Yes.
So how can they control it, or what are the steps
they
can, use to control?
Okay, so first there is trigger. what triggers you? That is important. There is stimuli. Stimuli can be anything. Somebody gave a bad word to you. Somebody shouted on you. That is the stimuli. It's coming from outer environment. These are the triggers. I'm giving an example. These are triggers. For example, these are two people, okay? Can you see these two people? One emotional quotient, like his inner energy of anger, the inner anger in him, you can see is very low.
Yes.
This is the touching point, tipping point. And you can see in this situation, there is a high tipping point. So, for example, if any stimuli come from here, who will trigger first, this or this? First or second? Second one. Was the stimuli same? One stimuli. But the people are triggered differently. Because the stored up anger in them is greater. This man's stored up anger is smaller, so he don't react to the same trigger. They are triggering differently. The stimuli is same. Someone give bad word, but my anger quotient, emotion in me is low. In him it is high. So anything you say, he will burst off.
Okay.
Anything you will say a good something, he will think okay, he will burst off.
So in that second case, what should one do?
To minimize this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So first your step. I'm telling your step, not his step. Your step is to forgive them because they are acting out of patterns. First step is realizing they are not acting consciously. When we do anger, that is unconscious. They are acting out of pattern. So if you want to heal that person, you have to teach them letting go. So they can, if they are full of this, they can let go slowly of these emotions in them. So outer stimuli will not trigger them like the first person.
Yes.
Because until they let go, they will hurt everything coming in their face. Because they want to vent up. They can't handle with their anger. If anybody will smile at them, they will also throw some angry words because the tipping point is high. That's the difference. In first case, the tipping point is low. Second case, the tipping point is high.
If the second case person uses that anger for good reasons, that's actually we don't want to stop because something good is happening, or a better change is happening by that anger. So that is okay. But sometimes when the person acts negatively, or speaks bad words, or does anything wrong with himself or hurts others, so how that negative anger we can control, or we can deal with?
So first you have to realize in the emotional scale, as you let go of below emotions, like if you let go of anger, you can, anger is good, but what as compared to apathy, depression and sadness? You have anger. If you are depressed, you are not doing anything, but in anger you have energy. You will do something in world. I will make my life right. I will do something.
That is actually good anger.
Good anger. We want it.
Yes.
But if you let go of that, you will go to courage. Courage means I will do anything.
Yes.
I can do anything. Now courage, you have what I said, points, that scale. Okay, that scale, it is 200. Anger is 150. Depression is 30. So what do you think? By 150 rupees you can buy something more, or by 200 rupees?
200.
200 rupees, okay, right. And when you go to willingness, willingness is 350. So 350 is greater, 200 is greater, 150 is greater. 350 is greater. And willingness, okay, willingness means I'm ready to do anything. I accept life. Life has challenges, but I'm willing to do. You get that inner self, the self motivation. What you are doing in anger, you will do now willfully. Why should, okay, I want to achieve something. You can achieve that willfully. Like, I will, okay, I will do it. I can do it. I will do it. Anger, okay, that's also an energy. But you're dealing with 150 emotion and 350. 350 always wins. And it will give you less stress. Because below 200 scale, you are using force. About 200, you are using power. So as you rise up the scale, your power also rises. So what do you think? The mystics,